And Shedeur in his second start, man, of his career against the San Francisco 49ers. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for the kid. And the first half, it went pretty smooth. Everything was going smooth, besides the first series of the game when Shedeur missed a big opportunity to hit Jerry Jeudy, man, on that post route. That would have changed the course of that game, man. And I'm not sure who fault it was, right? Obviously, it was a broken play and it was kind of adjustment in that play. But to see Jerry Jeudy on the sideline, I seen clips of Jerry Jeudy on Twitter, like he was going off on Shedeur on the sideline, whether it was that play or another play. As terrible as Jerry Jeudy has been playing and him not stepping up for the young rookie quarterback, he shouldn't be saying nothing. He shouldn't have nothing to say bad about anyone, anything anyone did on that team, especially your young quarterback. And the aggression he had towards Shedeur Sanders, I know a lot of people wasn't feeling that. You know what I mean? And that play, man, could have went for a touchdown for sure.
Yeah, but they had the win out there was kind of crazy. I don't know how much blame you could put in the win, but it was like between 30 and 50 miles per hour wind gusts, and deep passes like that, the wind definitely can affect that. So I don't know if that was a cause of like it was like this much off. It could have been a completion, it could have been a touchdown, like you said, but man, I don't know if it was the win or not. But that first half, I felt like the Browns should have took the points on those first downs. You got the young quarterback playing against a good defense, and I feel like you should take the points on these. A lot of these games we watch around the NFL. We talked about this like a few episodes of these fourth downs. Like they treat fourth downs like first downs these days. Like they're just going for it and not taking the points. And I feel like that would have helped the Browns as well because they could have had 6 more points on these field goals.
Yeah, I think I agree, man. It was pretty windy out there, man. I seen the ball get kind of pushed out of the end zone on Brock Purdy's end as well. And it looked like that may have happened or could possibly have been the reason Shedeur couldn't have connected with Jerry Jeudy on that play. But at the end of the day, there is no excuses, man. We can't have any excuses in the NFL, and that's just the way it goes, man. But I'm just upset, man, to see Jerry Jeudy think he has the right to go off on the young stud, Shedeur Sanders, man. And he's out there doing everything he can, man. Jerry Jeudy, I think he has 8 drops so far in the past 6 or 7 or 10 games or something crazy, you know what I mean? And then it's just crazy, man. It's like, go make a play, Jerry Jeudy. Go make a play. And then you have every right to come back to say something, right? Go make a play first. And then you can have something to say. And then offensive line as well. They blocked as beautiful as possible on that play. Offensive line did a great job. Had the pocket set up stupendous for Shedeur Sanders against the 49ers, who are known for bringing the pressure. Everything was going good, man. But Shedeur will get better. He will get better with those plays with time, and we don't even know who fault it was, But we don't have to worry, man. Shedeur Sanders, we don't have nothing to worry about because Shedeur Sanders is confirmed. He is confirmed that he will be starting next week. Shedeur Sanders will start for the Browns next week versus Cam Ward. And the Titans, man, is going to be a good matchup. 2 rookie quarterbacks that are very familiar with each other, man. And I can't wait. I am excited to see this. Shedeur Sanders will remain the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns in next week's game against the Tennessee Titans. Brown coach Kevin Stefanski said after Cleveland's game on November 30th, obviously, he's battling like all of our guys are battling. Stefanski said about Shedeur's performance against the 49ers. I know there are plays he wants back, especially that play to Jerry Jeudy, but we'll look at it and we'll get it corrected. Hey, it sounds like Stefanski's standing up for Shedeur.
I was like he said a little positive right there.
most positive he has ever been about Shedeur Sanders, man. I'm getting a little surprised, man. But hey, I ain't gonna let him pull the wool over my head. Hey, my eyes are open. I stay woke, So, as we can see, Shedeur Sanders gets another chance, another opportunity to make Kevin Stefanski out a believer in him, man. Everyone in the Cleveland organization. He's trying to make everyone a believer because he needs to stop them from drafting another quarterback in the 2027 draft. Shedeur needs to be a mainstay. And I think he's showing he deserves the right to be, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I used to think Kevin Stefanski kind of had a little something against Shedeur, maybe because of Pops, you know, and or his last name or something like that. But I don't feel the same anymore, right? Now I see that Kevin Stefanski just really wants Dylan Gabriel under the center or whatever the reason may be. He just wants Dylan Gabriel to play, regardless of who else is out there. You know, Shedeur Sanders just so happened to be the other quarterback in this battle with Dylan Gabriel. So I don't think he has anything against against Shedeur, as I mentioned before. I think he just likes Dylan Gabriel much, much more. And it's not because of his play or what talent he brings to the table. It's just maybe has something to do with that agent situation or something personal or, maybe they have mutual friends. Who knows? You know what I mean? But what ultimately happened and stopped or hindered, let's not say stop, no, or hindered, what ultimately hindered Shedeur Sanders and the Browns from winning this game is special teams, man. Special teams played a big factor in this game, and you can't just play offense and defense. You have to play offense, defense, and special teams. You have to play 3 phases of football in order to win in NFL. And as soon as you don't play one of those phases, you see what happened. And special teams played a big factor for the 49ers to get this win against the Browns, man. That drop punt for the Browns, man.
Man, even the 49ers, the 49ers first touchdown came off a punt return, like they got them down into the red zone.
Yeah, exactly. It was a punt return. It was a kickoff return or a punt return. I think it was a kickoff return.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was a punt return. It was one of those returns. It was like special teams got the best of the Browns, man. They didn't come prepared. The punt return that got them down to the end zone, or the kickoff return, whichever one it was, and then you drop the punt. Gage Laverdine, man. Oh man, that's a tough one for him. And before I was getting so excited, I was getting juiced, right? I was feeling Shedeur Sanders able to, take the field and try to get something going, make a comeback, right? I was like, all right, Shedeur, here's your chance. It's like boom. It's like Gage Laverdine dropped the punt, man, and like that's when the momentum, obviously, for the 49ers kind of kicked in. They got another touchdown, and I think they went up by 2 scores on the Browns, and it kind of changed everything for Shedeur Sanders, man. And Gage Laverdine, if y'all don't know, he's an undrafted free agent, man, and he can't afford to make game-changing mistakes like he did on that punt return. Man, he cannot afford. When players go undrafted and they get their chance, they have to take full advantage of those chances because they're very dispensable. They're not drafted. No money is allocated to these players. And dropping the punt for Gage Laverdine and giving the ball to the other team is during a loss is just as worse as not playing. He could have sat on the bench, you know what I mean, and got the same amount of recognition that he got for this game. It's just it's bad for him to play as an undrafted free agent and go out there and give the football to the other team. Those things you can't do, man. Even though a first rounder and a second rounder may get chance after chance, when you're a 5th and 6th, 7th rounder and undrafted, you don't have those opportunities. You know what I mean? But Stefanski doesn't seem like the type of coach to cut players or when they make a mistake like that. That was a burden to the team, unless he changes his mind and he becomes this strict coach because Shedeur is the quarterback for some reason,
Oh, yeah.